Hi, I'm Michael Klein. I'm a colorist for television. I got my start actually working for 1 hour Photoshop, learning how to color correct people's photos. And then from there, I started doing Super 8 film transfer and making really bad looking home movies look great. And, 30 years later, here we are. A colorist is the last person to touch the picture, and you want to bring out the color as close you can to the director's vision and the director of photography's vision. I love to color grade because I feel like I'm just taking everyone's hard work in the field and making it look like a beautiful broadcast show. The first time I colored for money was for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. New Year's Rockin' Eve is the highest rated show, and it was my responsibility to take the 6 cameras that were used and make it ready for air. I was color grading for at least a dozen years on Avid. I kept going to NAB and seeing that DaVinci is not just a color grading, but it's becoming an editing system, and it just caught my eye. And then you started seeing that they had so many more tools. And so I dipped my toe in the water, I got trained, and I just fell in love. So let's quickly go through our setup. The first thing I bought was this mini panel. It's amazing how much faster you can grade on a mini panel versus just your mouse. And speed is so important in my job because, the networks are pushing to get things done faster and faster and cheaper. And so the more help you can get with a friend like the mini panel, the better I can deliver a much quicker timeline. A big time saver in my workflow are the Stream Decks. I first got this little one, and then I realized how great it was, and I got the big one. And you can actually download pre-programmed buttons for DaVinci Resolve, and I have 2 sets, so I can make each Stream Deck do different things, and it's almost like having the big panel, except a small package, a lot cheaper. A little more detail, I have a microphone to do scratch tracks and record voiceovers. This dial is from Stream Deck as well, and it's my master volume for the whole room. And then if I hit a button, then it's the volume for the microphone. So it controls 2 different things, which is cool. I have a vertical monitor, which I found on a YouTube video. The guy was doing it vertically. I thought, that's genius. So I got a regular 4K. This is where I do most of my work. This is an M1 MacBook Pro that takes care of all of the monitors. Everything is coming from the MacBook Pro. I use this screen for notes, and I use this screen for my scopes. The big guy here is an LG OLED monitor that was calibrated by yours truly. This is kind of cute. This is a 3-button, which is Shift, Option, and Command. Because a lot of times when I'm editing, I have my keyboard up on the side, and I pull the mini towards me, and so that way I don't have to reach as far to get to the Option, Command, and Control keys. Before COVID, I was working for Naked and Afraid, and I was going into their Sherman Oaks office, and then we kept hearing the news, and it was getting worse and worse, and we were joking, it's like, are we gonna have to do this stuff at home? And literally a day later, we had to bring everything home. So basically we grabbed computers, and they took a picture of us holding the equipment so they knew who took what. It was that fast. And we had to create from scratch a workflow where there's dozens of people that are involved. We have blur artists, we have producers, we have supervisors that all need to see what I'm doing. Once the footage is downloaded, I bring it into my Avid and I prepare it to go to Resolve, which means that cleaning up a lot of tracks and making it basically a cuts and dissolves show. And I export an AAF to DaVinci Resolve, and then I close my Avid, go into DaVinci Resolve, and I grade the show. And then I render the show to an SSD drive and bring it back into Avid, relink, and all the beautiful video is there.